What's up with you, Timmy's here. Now, since it is, of course, the month of November, lots of interesting films to look forward to. So, here is my official top 10 anticipated films coming in November. And this was a pretty hard list to come up with a top 10 of, but here it is. Number 10. Now, I was not really looking for this at one point, but then I saw the trailers and stuff, and I'm like, because the first one was decent, the second one not so much. So I didn't have too much high hopes for this one. I am at the previews half look pretty decent. Number 10 is Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Again, I enjoyed the first film. The second one I was not a fan of. So I when they first announced it, I'm like, why? I mean, the last one did not do so well, but I'm I admit, the previous half was pretty fun. This time around, you got the Four Horsemen who reunite with a new young illusionist for a high stakes diamond heist here. You do got like Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco coming back, Morgan Freeman. New additions like Justin Smith, Arena Greenblatt, Rosamund Pike. Got some interesting cast members in this one, so I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully, it's at least better than. Hopefully, it is at least better than the last one, but we'll see. All right. Number 9 is Sentimental Value. Now, the previews for this has looked terrific. It of course stars like Stellan Skarsgård, who is getting tons of Oscar buzz for this. Renee Reinslife, who's also getting award buzz. Elle Fanning. It's about strange sisters who reunite with their celebrated director father after their mother's death. And the movie looks amazing. Looks really heartfelt. The chemistry between like Stellan Skarsgård looks great in this. Renee, I think, looks amazing. This does look intriguing, so I'm definitely looking forward to this when it comes out. All right, number 8 is Die My Love. Now, this is of course directed by Lynn Ramsey, who of course gave us films like We Need to Talk About Kevin. Uh, she did that, Joaquin Phoenix film You Were Never Really Alone. And this movie stars Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. And it's about a young mother and a writer in Montana who descends to humanities amid post isolation. And this looks wacky, but looks intriguing to say the least. Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson looks great in this. Nick Nolte, Sissy Spacek. This looks really intriguing to check out. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one. All right, number 7 is Christy. Now, Christy, of course, stars Sydney Sweeney, who I know she gets a lot of controversy nowadays, but I do quite like Sydney Sweeney. Here, of course, she plays a West Virginia native, Christy Martin, who rises from like a small town obscurity to boxing stardom in the 90s. Here, and this looks amazing. Sydney Sweeney looks incredible. Ben Foster, I think, like I've always been a fan of Ben Foster. He's always terrific. This does look like be really interesting to check out, so definitely looking forward to that one. Number 6 is Rental Family. Now, this movie, of course, stars Brendan Fraser as a struggling American actor in Tokyo who joins a rental family service, impersonating loved ones for her clients, and find unexpected real connections, blurring performances, and honesty. And this looks really intriguing. Brandon Fraser, of course, is always incredible. The main guy from one of the main guys from Shogun is also in this. It does look intriguing, to say the least. Looks really heartfelt, so looking forward to that one. All right, number 5 is The Running Man. Of course, The Running Man is obviously based on the Stephen King book, or really when he wrote it, he went by Richard Bachman. I think that it was. I still just call him Stephen King. It's still the same guy, but anyway. The Running Man, of course, obviously you got Glenn Powell, you got Edgar Wright directing. It does look pretty fun, does look entertaining. Glenn Powell, of course I finished off Chad Powers last week. Excellent show if you guys haven't seen that. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. Hopefully it is a good one. We'll say. All right, number 4 is Predator: Badlands. Of course, obviously this is the latest Predator film starring Elle Fanning. Two Elle Fanning movies this month, by the way. Which, this week I'm probably gonna be doing my top 10 favorite Elle Fanning films. Because who doesn't love Elle Fanning, right? And this does look intriguing, to say the least. Looks pretty fun. I really like the Last Predator movie. I'm actually a defender of the Shane Black one. I know so many people poo poo on it, whatever. I had a fun time with that one. But I'm definitely excited for this one. It does look pretty cool. Hopefully, it is good, but we'll see. Alright, number 3 is Zootopia 2. Of course, Zootopia 2 is a follow to, Zootopia. This time around, you got Judy Hobbs and Nick Wilde who go undercover in Zootopia's uncharted district to solve like a mystery sparked by the Snake Gary, voiced by Ke Kwan. And the previews for this has looked fun. Looks entertaining, looks charming. Really love the first Zootopia, so I'm definitely looking forward to see the sequel here. All right, number 2. This actually got a limited release in November, but obviously it's going to Netflix in it got a limited release in October, but it's going to Netflix in November, so that's why it's on my list here. Number 2 is Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. It is still really shame that it's a full on wide release. I would love to have seen this thing in theaters, but yeah, sad to say AMC theaters did not really borrow team up with Netflix for this one, so that's unfortunate. But hey, I'm still excited for this nonetheless. It does look pretty. It does look amazing. It does look intriguing. So I'm definitely looking forward to check out Frankenstein when it arrives. And my number one anticipated movie of November is obviously Wicked for Good. Of course, I really enjoyed the last Wicked movie, so I'm definitely excited for this new one. It does look really just looks amazing as well. You got Coleman Domingo, who's of course voicing voices the Cowardly Lion. Interesting casting there. John M. Chu is always great, so I'm intrigued to this one. Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo. Definitely excited for Wicked for Good when that gets released. But that's pretty much it there. Here is my quick rundown. Number 10, Now You See Me, Now You Don't. 9, Sentimental Value. 8, Die My Love. 7, Christie. 6, Rental Family. 5, The Running Man. 4, Predator Badlands. 3, Zootopia 2. 2, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. And number 1 is Wicked for Good. Now, a couple of honorable mentions here. Eternal with Miles Teller. That looks really intriguing. Nuremberg, um, Nuremberg with Russell Crowe. Definitely not Sarah's Oil. That actually looks pretty terrible. Let's see. There is Keeper, which I would have had a Keeper because I did quite like Oz Perkins' last two films. The previews hasn't really done much for me, so I can't really say I'm excited for Keeper. Let's see, a couple of Christmas ones. You know, obviously there's a couple of other Christmas stuff on this list. Let's see, Jingle Bell Heist, Little Xmas, mostly Netflix, obviously. Nouvelle Vogue, which is the new Richard Linklater film. Hamnet, which I'm definitely looking forward to see. I actually would have included Hamnet, but I didn't. I'm still excited for it though. The previews for that has looked intriguing. Train Dreams looks interesting. Family Plan 2. The Jones Brothers Christmas. I'm not gonna lie, I'm at least intrigued to see that one. So In Your Dreams actually does look intriguing. We got some other really cool stuff here and there, but let me let you guys. What films coming out in November are you interested in? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Super Science.